Hey ma'am, this is my question and answer about the Filipino is worth dying for Benigno Ninoy Aquino Jr. Before reading question, number 1. Who is Ninoy Aquino? 15th President of Philippines. What is his important in the Philippine history? He is one of the powerful person of president that helped to remove Marcos from leadership. Number 2. Why was Ninoy imprisoned, tortured, and eventually killed? Reveal corruption and not respect human rights of Filipino. What was his position before the was imprisoned governor of Tarlac? Number 3. What laws his relationship with then President Ferdinand Marcos? They are political enemies. Are there any similarities between martial law as it was then and today's time? For me, the similarities are about the prisons that can be killed inside the jail. Just like when time of martial law, Filipino is worth dying. Why or why not? No, because our country Philippines changing and growing because of the intelligence of Filipinos. While reading question, why did he ask this question? Because he thinks that Filipinos doesn't get the right treatment. Number 2, what is the about the Filipino people under martial law? What from prompts him to ask this question? Because the militaries only follows the command of President Ferdinand Marcos without concern to any Filipino. Number 3, what does this tell us about how he felt about his experience and how the Filipino people were under martial law? It tells us the suffering of Filipino under the leadership of Ferdinand Marcos during martial law. After reading question, number 1, how did the speech use pathos to persuade the audience that the Filipino what worth dying for? What paragraphs did he use to show this? I have faced dead a couple of times in prison 1975 went on a hunger strike for 40 days and 40 nights and was near dead when your jailers rushed. The pathos was used when he talks about his emotion about death. Number 2, how did the speech logos to persuade the audience that the Filipino was worth dying for? What paragraphs did he use to show this? I hope you will now believe in what you preach and pray that you shall a lost disease from Father trying the patience of resolve of your countrymen. He tells the truth and wishing for freedom that why it's logos. Number 3, did did the speech use ethos persuade? The pathos was used when he talks about his emotion about death. Number 2, how did the speech logos to persuade the audience that the Filipino was worth dying for? What paragraphs did he use to show this? I hope you will now believe in what you preach and pray that you shall a lost disease from Father, trying the patience of resolve of your countrymen. He tells the truth and wishing for freedom, that why it's logos. Number three, how did the speech use ethos persuade the audience what the Filipino was worth dying for? What paragraphs did he use to show this? And I dream the weeping of mother whose sons will surely be sacrificed at altar of revolution. The ethos was used to give importance to the feelings of the people of mother. Number 4. In the paragraph 6, Aquino described the Filipino and say he loves freedom but puts the highest premium of human life and human dignity. Do you agree with Ninoy given today's situation? Why or why not? I will agree with Ninoy Aquino because nowadays we cannot avoid interacting with different types of human behavior. Number 5. Do you think that Filipino are still largely passive when it comes to receive violence done by the state? Why do you think this is? No, because now our president ties up with United States. Number 6. What is it about Ninoy's speech in what inspire people? Do you feel inspired as well? Why or why not? I was inspired to it because on how he temperance all those bad things that happens to him. Number 7. What made the speech more persuasive? The use of ethos, pathos, or logos. For me, it is pathos because it is expressing emotion of this speaker. Number 8. In paragraphs 12, 13, and 14, Aquinos repeats the word death and dying several times. What effect does it have on the audience? Why do you think these were used? The effect of the word death to the audience is about the emotion of speaker. Ninoy Aquino about that speech.